guys, my name is Kira Snow and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. I am a makeup artist who loves doing all things artsy and also giving life advice. So today's video will be a makeup 101 on foundation and concealers, picking your shade, and how to look your most amazing. And as a treat, at the very end of the video, I'll be showing off one of my very custom owned artsy makeup looks. So be sure to watch to the end to be able to see that. And don't forget to also hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon so you get notified when I upload my next video. I'm going to be doing weekly videos, so great for you guys. You'll get to see more and more content from me. And I'll be shooting and editing so much content, but that's okay. We're trying to grow this channel, trying to get 100 subscribers, so let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about with selecting foundation is, what is foundation? So the definition of foundation is a liquid, cream, or powder applied to the face to create a uniform color or cover blemishes. And when you're picking a foundation, it's extremely important to kind of know your shade and also not underestimate or overestimate your shade, which is really easy to do. When I was first picking out foundations for myself, I kind of looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, I'm kind of like a peachy honey color, so I'm gonna pick something that looks like that. But I ended up choosing a shade that was way too golden, like very almost orangey, which is definitely not my color. So it's important to be really realistic and also kind of match it to your actual skin and your face. So something to understand about foundations are that there are people that have warm undertones and cool undertones, or neutral, which is a mixture of warm and cool. And so the definition of an undertone, you hear a lot of people talking about undertones with regards to makeup, is the definition of undertone is color from under the surface of the skin that affects the overall hue of your skin. So as for me, I even consulted with like an Ulta beauty specialist, and she said I have a little bit of a warm undertone, but not too warm. So that's kind of helped inform me on how to pick my shade correctly. So what a warm undertone means is that your skin gives off kind of like a peachy, golden, or yellow type hues, like in a little bit, you can see it mixed in there. Whereas a cool undertone, you would have a little bit more blue, green, or very light purple kind of hues to your skin color. And the best way I can describe it is with cool undertones, it's very obvious in the skin pigment is that it looks very, it'd be those people who their skin is kind of very pale or like dark skin, but it doesn't look warm. But it's kind of, I use the definition in the definition. So I apologize for that. But basically, I'm an example of a warm undertone. And then another tip is to match the color of the foundation to your neck or your cheek. If you match it to your hand, that might not be very representative because of like tanning, or if your hand has our hands kind of tend to be a little bit different than our actual face. So you always want to swatch it kind of on your neck or on here. And one more tip I wanted to give you guys is, if you're someone with kind of oily or shiny skin it can be good to purchase translucent powder or to use a powder on top of, after you've done the foundation, just get a shade of powder that's also like close to the foundation shade, and you know, put some on to kind of reduce the amount of shiny and glossiness that's going on. I'm gonna go over what concealer is. When people talk about foundation, they typically also talk about concealers. So concealers are similar to foundation. They usually come as a lotion or cream product, and their formula is thicker than foundation, but it's basically the same thing. And what it's meant to do is hide dark circles or age spots or imperfections, but it's much thicker. So you wouldn't really want to apply concealer over your entire face, because it would get kind of, you know, very, very thick, like it wouldn't be very comfortable to wear. And so right now I'm going to do a few swatches of the products that I have. So just to demonstrate, I've done some swatches on my neck, and I'll let you guys take a look at them. Right here, there's 3 of them. And then I don't have like a million different concealers because that would be kind of a waste of money for me to like buy a bunch that are like my wrong shade just to demonstrate to you guys. So I utilize the products that I own and that I have. One of which, the top one, is a real foundation, and then the other 2 are just primers, but they can still illustrate the same point because you're still matching the shades. And so as you can see, we're going to go from top to bottom. So the first one is the product called the Maybelline Fit Me, and it's in shade 124 Soft Sand. And how you can see it's kind of like disappearing into my skin almost. That's how you know it's the best matching shade. And so the second one, you see it's a little too bright for my skin and almost kind of has like a little bit too much pink in it. So it would probably match for like certain areas of my face, but it wouldn't be the best one to choose for my entire face. And then the last one, you can tell it has a little bit too much brown in it, so it also wouldn't be the correct shade, and it's really not blending in with the rest of my skin. So that's how you know it's not really an amazing fit. And just as a fun little show and tell, I'm going to show you what these look like. So this was the top swatch. The Makeup Revolution one, which is the second one. And the next one, which was the third one, the bottommost one, that was the swatch. But in general, when you're going to the makeup store, what you'll want to do is go to the foundation section and select like 2 or 3 that you think are pretty close, and then just like swatch them on yourself and see which one just kind of seems to like blend more into, kind of almost disappear into the rest of your skin, and that'll be the one that most likely you want to choose. And one thing I will say is, going makeup shopping, like some of the drugstores like Rite Aid and CVS, they don't let you like try them on, and they also don't do refunds or returns because they're like, oh, you opened it. But other places like Ulta, they let you like bring it back and return it, even if you've opened it, because they're makeup places and they know that you aren't going to be able to use something that doesn't work for your skin. So that's just a little tip on shopping advice. And then I talked a lot about a warm undertone, but for someone with a neutral undertone, that would mean you kind of have a mix of like warm colors and cool colors. And if you can't find a foundation that really kind of blends into the rest of your skin, what you can do is mix foundations. So I wouldn't really recommend like mixing the whole bottle, but what you can do is You can blend it once you put it on your skin. You kind of use a little bit of the peachy one and a little bit of the pale one, and then you kind of like mix it, and then you can kind of create your own product that will look good. And that's really nice because if you notice it's a little too dull, you can add more of the peach and you can kind of control the pigment in that way. So that's a nice way to be able to use your products. And if you can't return it, you could still use it by mixing it with another one that's darker or something like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and get painting to make a gorgeous makeup look totally unique, original, and artsy. Alright y'all, here is the finished look, and if you're curious, the one concealer that I used was Maybelline. Closer look. We are giving Sailor Scout teardrop realness, sunset perfection. Alright, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other social medias and my website, Etsy shop, where you can purchase all things Kira Snow. And please don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!